Hey, this is Raulh of Please Act Right. We all know that too many women in Western culture are divorcing their husbands, and they're doing it in record numbers. For all the women out there who are thinking about divorcing a good man, you might want to listen up.
Been divorced for 3 years, and in that 3 years, I have spent most of my days figuring out how I can become physically, mentally, financially, spiritually healthy enough to be able to afford and take care of a child.
You didn't know you were broke and mentally unstable before you filed for divorce?
I stayed in a marriage for 23 years and built up a family and my ex's career and everything, and we literally just got to where it was supposed to be everything we dreamed of. Like, owned a company, making, almost $1 million, and that was my breaking point, and I left it all. And I'm not a person that is about money. I've kind of been in mourning of the oh my gosh, I gave it all up. Everything was around my family. So when I chose to leave, I gave it all up, all up. I had no clue that the worst was yet to come in the 1 year of separation. And so it's weird because I find that I just thought today for a split second, and I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? I thought, I should have just stayed.
So basically, she's saying her wake-up call didn't hit her until she got out in the streets and found out that the streets is not what she thought it was. When are they gonna learn?
I should have stayed. It wasn't that bad. You made it 23 years. You made 26 years total. Your kids are college, and one's almost out of high school. You made it. It didn't matter at this point. They can do their own separate life and all that. You made it to the point where you guys were making so much money, and you had big houses, and you could do whatever you want, and you can relax. I'm terrified. I don't have 401k. My counsel did not have my back.
She said it wasn't that bad. That means that her husband wasn't mistreating her, but she left anyway.
And there's just timelines that you can't stop. And so it is what it is. And, I'm 47 years old. It's not like I'm 25. I'm healthy, kinda. I have an autoimmune disease, which means it's life-threatening for the rest of my life. Things can change. But it's not like I'm an invalid and can't do anything for myself. But it is terrifying. I could have stayed. I'm so mad that I think this way. I could have stayed. My life would have been so much easier.
Am I the only one that noticed that all she's talking about was the lifestyle? Not one time did she say that she missed her husband. So basically, she's crying because she didn't get cash and prizes on her way out the door. That reminds me of an old school song.
So I had a realization today. I've been divorced for 3.5 years, and I went through 1.5 years of counseling after my marriage broke up.
After your marriage broke up, or do you mean after you broke up your marriage?
I'm also a woman of the real world and understand, when dating, what it's like to date out in the real world. And it is so hard. It is so hard to find someone who is looking for someone of value, who's not wanting to sleep with someone right away.
That's pretty much the way the dating world is going nowadays, sweetheart. Most men are not interested in getting married so that they can end up getting divorced by their wives just like you did your husband. So get used to it.
And who's not wanting to, change their morals because they are a single woman. I just can't understand why it's hard out here for us good women.
Welcome to a good man's world.
I don't understand. I'm 38. It's not like this has been an easy journey for me. My time clock is ticking.
Well, you better get used to that ticking sound because you're going to be listening to it for a while. Maybe even until your expiration date hits, if you know what I mean. Hey, here's an idea. Why don't you go to the Philippines or Thailand? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Oh, what was I thinking? I'm sorry. Never mind.
I'm honestly really sad right now, if you can tell. That's the weirdest thing about grief is didn't cry for 2 days, was good for 2 days, and now I'm by myself, and it's just the hurricane, like it's here again, you know? The tsunami is back. Like, it's just so hard. And like, I'm frustrated because my whole world got disheveled. And I feel like he has moved on, and he is healed and moved on and doesn't care about me, which I don't want him to come back into my life, but it still just sucks, you know?
Okay, now is she upset because of the divorce? Or is she upset because he's moved on with his life? Man, I get the feeling her ex-husband is somewhere drinking and...
Just take those old records off the shelf.
I was only with him for 4.5 years, 1 year married. I could not imagine, though, being with him for longer and this happening, but it's just so sad sometimes, and it's like so hard to have to learn how to do life by yourself again.
On the day my divorce was final, I'll never forget what my ex said to me. He looked me right in the eyes and he said, "You're going to regret this. You're going to get 6 months down the road and you're going to regret divorcing me." And you know what? He's right. I did have regrets.
Hey, it's Jenna. Recently divorced and kind of figuring out this new way of life. I was married for 23 years and with that person for 3 years prior. So for a total of 26 years of my life, I have been out of the game of dating, making friends, going out, and stuff like that as a single woman in her 40s. Yeah, I'm 47. So I've raised children. My children are adult children now. And it's kind of interesting because it's so lonely at this stage in life after divorce, especially with older children, because you make all your friends when they're younger, or at least I did. I met my friends mostly through my kids' activities. I was a stay-at-home mom and I took them to practices. I went to school, all that stuff.
I'm gonna cry. I've just realized that I have become a single 30-year-old mom who's driving in a Dodge Caravan, checking out other men while driving in a subdivision, a suburban subdivision. I am a single 30-year-old woman with 3 children driving a minivan, checking out other dads. Okay, this is where my life is.
Oh, wow. I think she really needs a hug. Somebody give her a hug. Because I don't want to.
This is what my friends who are married don't understand. First off, it is so difficult to have been single throughout the entire pandemic and go through that profound trauma all alone without some kind of support system.
So does that mean that if you knew the pandemic was coming, you would have stayed married until the pandemic was over?
And I also think it's difficult that you're no one's priority. Like, there aren't really people checking up on me in the same way as if you have someone to come home to. I don't have a partner. I've been single for at least almost 4 years, since November of 2019, whatever, however long that is.
That's basically what every man goes through who you women don't want to give a chance. Welcome to a single man's life.
And it's just so difficult because you realize that you have to be your own knight in shining armor, that there's no one coming to save you, that there's no one really is there for you. Like, you're alone at the end of the day. And
once again, welcome to a single man's life where the only woman that checks up on him is his mother, if he's lucky.
It's so much harder to go through the ups and downs and tumultuousness of life when you don't have companionship and you don't have a partner, and it sucks.
I am not equipped to go on dates. The last time I was single, I was 24 and the dating pool was everyone. And now it's like a shallow puddle of age-appropriate men who are old and gross, and I don't want to do that.
Good morning. Do you want to become a miserable old woman? I don't think any of us do. But women, you've seen those women out there. The women that are nattering and nagging their husbands, that are bitchy, that aren't nice, that seem to be so unhappy, and we think, oh God, I hope I'm never one of those miserable old women. And you know how that happens? That happens from raising a family, working, And then all of a sudden we're in our 50s and 60s and we have nothing. We don't have a life. We don't have a life separate from our family or separate from our husband. And so we resent everybody. So you know what you need to do? You need to get your own life. Well, I did it. Here I am on my new bed, my princess bed. It's amazing. I feel like a different person already. I feel like I can do whatever I want, and I'm not responsible for anybody anymore but me.
So she divorced her husband, got her own place, and got her own identity. And then this happened.
I don't know, things aren't going that great. I just keep thinking about what it used to be like when things were good. And maybe all of this was my fault. Maybe I am a selfish, narcissistic. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the one.
Could be.
I don't know, but I'm kind of struggling. All that fake, all that happy, oh, I'm doing so great. I think I was in shock. And now it's coming like into reality, and I don't know. I know this is just a separation, and there are a lot of worse things in the world than this.
Yet, here you are making a video about it.
I just don't know what my life's gonna be like. I can't seem to remember anything bad. I just remember all the good things.
Oh, now you can remember all the good things. Why didn't you remember all the good things when you were contemplating divorce? Ladies, this is what you have to look forward to if you divorce a good man. Don't come out here in these streets thinking that you're gonna get all the good men coming after you. Because if that's what you're thinking, you may want to talk to a pretty divorced woman so she can tell you it's not gonna happen. Because if the pretty ones are having a hard time, imagine what the average looking women are going through. Don't get me wrong, a few of the divorced women will get some play from men. And those women, they'll think they're in a wholesome relationship. But as soon as he gets what he wants, the majority of them get dropped like a bad habit.
You mean to tell me you saw me, liked me, wanted me, chased me, got me, and then you fumbled me? What?
I hate when females be like, yeah, you fumble me. That's how I know you don't even watch football. Because when you fumble, you accidentally drop the ball. Girl, I threw you back to the streets. That's a complete pass. Ain't no fumbling over here. That wasn't no accident on God.
Hey, somebody had to tell you, and I love you, so it might as well be me. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell to get notified when I post a new video. I post a new video every week. And in the meantime, will you please act right? My name is Raulh. See you in another video. So if you enjoyed this video, check out one of these two videos right here. I'm sure you'll enjoy them too. And if you like, you can visit my channel. I have plenty of videos there. Go ahead. Don't be scared.